Alright guys, what we're going to do today is we are going to make a fishing rod holder on a budget. So all I've got is some 2-inch PVC that I have taken and cut into 2-inch sections. As you can see, I've got a whole mess of them. I'm going to go ahead and cut the rest of these, and then I'll be right back and show you what we got going on. Alright, just for this last little cut, I'm going to show you. All I'm doing is I'm taking my measuring ruler right here on my my saw here. I'm just lining it up right at the 2-inch mark, and then coming down and cutting it. Let me put my ear muffs back on. All right, so for the last one, I'm gonna put my finger. I need to get a piece of wood. All right, got a piece of wood, something I can hold it in place and not have my hand in there. All right, and that's why you don't put your hand, and you make sure you have your safety glasses and gloves, everything else on. Just kick that piece out on me. All right, so next we'll go ahead and unplug my saw. I'm gonna get my vise open here. I'm gonna need my drill. Okay, then a small drill bit. Okay, so then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take and I'm going to drill a hole in one side of it. Then I'm going to come to the opposite side and drill another one. Now I'm going to do that on all of these, and then I'll get back with y'all. Alright guys, we've now got them all drilled. We've got one hole on each side, and they're not exactly perfect, but that's okay. You just want to get them close. So then the next step is I've got an extension for my drill for the next step after this. But what I need to do is get a larger drill bit and make sure that it is large enough to be able for this to fit through. So what I've done is I'll go ahead and get this in the drill, and then I've got my vise. And it doesn't have to be super tight. You just want to get it to where it's not going to run off on you. Then I'm going to take this and do one side. All this is on the first drill, the first hole is for a pilot hole, so I can actually get it going. So let me put this on, and I'll go ahead and do this. All right, so we've got that done. All right, so now whenever I go, I'll be able to reach the screw that's going to attach this to the wood. So I'm gonna go ahead and drill the rest of these and then get back with you guys. All right, the next step is going to be what we're going to actually attach the PVC to, which is just a 2x3 that I got here in the shop, a little scrap piece or a spare. So this is 8 foot long, so I'm gonna come right here at the 4 foot mark, since we want to do it evenly, and we're gonna go ahead and half this. I gotta plug this in. I'm gonna bring my blade down, make sure it's lined up, and we're good to cut. All right, easy peasy. We got that. All right. So now that we have that cut, next thing is going to be to mark my boards for pre-drilling the holes. Now what I did was I attached a yardstick right here that made it kind of easy for me to be able to do something. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do every 4 inches starting at the 2-inch mark. So I got the 2-inch mark, then 1, 2, 3, 4. They come to the 6-inch mark, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10-inch mark, and then so on and so forth. The 4, the 18, 22, 26, and 30. I'm gonna slide this down a little bit since this is a little bit longer than my yardstick. I'm gonna line this mark up with the, let's do the 20, make it nice and easy. So 20, 24, 28, 32, and 36, and that should leave me about 2 inches on the end. So 2 inches in on each side works out good. Now, in order to make sure that I drill all this in the proper spots and make sure it's all the same, what I do is I'd line up my 2 boards, and then what I'll do once I find my drill bit again is I will actually, oh, there it is, I will actually drill all the way through this first board into the second one to make sure my pilot holes line up the same on each board. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and I'll get back with y'all. All right, now that I've got all my holes drilled every 4 inches, I went ahead and, like I said, I lined them up and drilled them all the way through the first board into the second. That way they will line up exactly the same on each one. So then all I'm going to do, I've got some number 8 1-inch screws. All I have to do with my extension is I'm going to come on through here, come on through, line it up with the second hole. And I like to get it just barely started so I can line it up exactly on that that hole in the board, that pre-drilled hole. And then I take it and then just snug it on down. And that's all there is to it. And I'm gonna do this all the way across on both boards. And that's going to give me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's going to give me 12 holders, and I'll get back with y'all once I get those, and I'll show you what we do. All right, just a progress report. I've gotten one of them completely done. All right, and with one screw you can rotate these and make sure they line up correctly. But we got one done. And I actually miscounted, and I am going to be 1 shy on here, but that's not going to affect us on how to do this or getting it done. All I'm going to do is just have to go back and get another piece of PVC down the road to put that last one on there. So I'll get back with you guys after I get this next one done. All right, guys, so we've got both of them completely done up here. This one I just went ahead and left one off on each end because, like I said, I'm gonna have to go back at some point and grab another section of PVC to be able to do this. But what I like to do is I like to mark one end where you can see it. I'm gonna use a pen. on each of these boards. That way I know to put these ends mounted the same. That way I know my lineup is all good and perfectly even. The way these line up, these all line up exactly even on here. So what this is a ceiling mount setup. So what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and put it on the floor for the time being, and we'll pretend like this is on the ceiling. So what I've got here, let me grab one of my rods down. So what you'll do to put these in is you'll take it and you'll spread them out depending on what kind of rod you're using and the length. You'll take the tip of your rod and run it through the front eye until your back is able to come, and then right there just let it hang, and they'll hang right there. And I'll go inside and I'll show y'all my setup that I have here at my house. This one is actually for my neighbor. So anyway, I'll get back with y'all in just a minute. All right, so as you can see, these rods just hang right there, and I'll alternate them, have the reel at one end, and then try to flip-flop them, especially once you get into your bigger reels. They tend to get kind of bunched up, so I'll alternate reel on each end, one on each end, every other one. So that's it, guys. Hopefully this can be helpful to somebody.